Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I want to go over one of my favorite sit-on-top kayaks on the market. It was new for last year. I already did a video on it early this year. We just got a 2024 off the truck from Big Adventures. In addition to the Titan X that I got, I just did a video on that here just a couple of days ago. If you haven't already, check that out. But today I'm going to go over the Liquidlogic Kiawah. Specifically, this is the 10-foot 5 version. They do make it in a 12-foot version as well, but they've made some changes to the kayak for 2024, some new color schemes, and also some new features on the kayak. And have they changed the price of it? So that's another thing I'll go over with here in a second. But thanks for coming by, and we're going to get right into it, guys. Okay, so what you see here, again, this is the 2024 Liquidlogic Kiawah 10.5. So the specs on the kayak, it is 10 foot 8 inches long. It's 32.5 inches wide. It's got a 325 pound weight capacity, and it comes in at only 57 pounds. So in my opinion, that checks all of the boxes for what I consider a great recreational kayak. It comes in at $949. The benefit and the importance of that price is it's the same price as it was for the 2023 model year, and you've got some additional features that they've thrown into this kayak that wasn't included in the original 2023 boat. I'll go over those here in a second, but I'm just going to start out from bow to stern, go over the features again. I've done a video on the Kiawah in the past, but I feel like this kayak is really important to go over and kind of really focus on why this is such a great kayak. For those of you that may not want a heavy duty fishing kayak, you want something that's going to cut through the water really well, that you can get out and float, enjoy nature, enjoy wildlife, and just enjoy being on the water, whether you're on a river, a creek, or out there on open water like your large lakes. So you got the hard plastic handles here in the front. Moving back, you've got the same covered mesh storage area, but the thing that they've added to this kayak is your deck padding. So you can see you got the deck pad kit here and on the deck. You didn't have that in 2023, what you see right here in the Venom color. And you've also got the scupper plugs. So this does come with the scupper plugs as well. And what that's going to do is, for those of you that want to paddle year round, that's going to be really beneficial to you, because you're talking about early spring, late fall, maybe even winter paddling. If you don't want the cold water to be splashing up on you, you want to keep as dry as you can, that's going to be beneficial to you. You don't have these scupper plugs in the back. Reason being is if you got gear back there, you want that to continuously drain. You don't want your gear marinating and soaking in water. You've got a little gear pod storage here, the door that flips up. It's got that nice rubber gasket around the lid. That's going to keep it as dry as possible. Obviously, if you've got an expensive cell phone, car keys, you're going to want to invest in some kind of dry pouch, some kind of protection, just in case something were to happen. If the boat tips over and stays underwater, if it's on, if it's upside down for any period of time, water is going to find its way in. It's just the natural scope of things. But anyways, you do have that. It's enough volume in that pod to store some of your smaller items like that. You've got this little gear track here in the middle. That's going to be good for your cell phone holders, GoPro holders. Also good for just a fishing rod holder if you choose to. So you can convert anything into a fishing kayak, a simple throw and go option there if you want. Those of you that like to fish your rivers and your streams. Another benefit on this kayak too, kind of going with the customization part of it, is you'll notice the tops of the gunnels are very flat. That's going to allow you to add gear track to it if you want additional mounting options. Also on the back, you've got plenty of room to create more options for gear track here in these flatter areas. Moving back, the same great seat. Native seats are hand sewn in the USA, as well as the kayak is made and manufactured in the United States. That's a big point of emphasis with Big Adventures. And when I say Big Adventures, again, I'm talking about native, bona fide, Liquidlogic, Dagger, and even Hurricane kayak. those are all going to operate under that same company umbrella of Big Adventures. The seat can be removed. You have the locking wheels, what I call it, as well as the bungee that tethers the seat to the kayak. You can remove that seat very easily, very quickly, and use it as a camp chair, as a beach chair, if you're just pulling up on the shore and just taking a break on a long float trip. You also have some storage areas here on the sides for additional gear. You can even put tackle boxes in there, maybe a small lunch bag or something. Things that you want to be able to access very easily instead of having to climb up front or reach around to the back here. Moving back here behind the seat, you do have 2 additional cup holders. That's going to facilitate your larger tumblers. You do need to recognize, though, that it is kind of a half moon style. One half of that is open. So if you got your larger tumblers, it's probably going to want to tip over toward the seat. But if you got a koozie with a can in it, that's going to stick in there a little bit better. You do have the nice side handles. Those are the same handles that you see on the front and the back. Moving back to the tank well, on the 10.5, you still have a really, really nice volume. And another thing too, in addition to the nose, the rear tank well does slope back. It slopes toward the middle. It's designed to slope toward those 2 scupper holes, so you're going to get a lot better drainage out of that. It's designed to drain really well because this is a moving water design kayak. You're expecting to get a little bit of water over the front or a little bit water over the back, and it's going to drain that out without collecting where the paddler sits, which is really nice. And in the back, of course, like I said, the same handle back here. You have your drain plug there as well. Really, really nice put together kayak. This is a performance enhanced kayak. So this is going to paddle extremely well. You can see that little bit of rocker to it, kind of like that upside down banana. And I'm going to flip this boat over to kind of show you the underneath of this kayak, show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about rocker, when I'm talking about keel and channels underneath it to help track a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that. Okay, so here's the bottom of the kayak. The bottom of the kayak is just as important as the top because this is where you can visualize the performance, how it works. So looking at this kayak, you can already see you have a really, really flat area here. That's where your stability is going to come from. That is how the boat compensates for that higher seat position you get with the frame seat. But you've got a really, really sharp, almost a razor sharp front keel there. That's going to cut into the water really nicely. It's going to hold you straight so you're not getting that fishtail every time you're wanting to paddle it. You've got 2 channels running the length of the kayak and a little bit of a raised keel line in the middle. That's going to help with that tracking. Even in a 10-foot kayak, it's going to track like a much longer kayak. And you can see also the scupper holes. So this is the bottom of your scupper hole, and it's got kind of an angled upward. That's going to decrease the amount of drag that you get from those scupper holes when you're skimming over the water. So really, really great design. You can also see your secondary stability lines. So these are these lines here on the side. This is going to allow you to lean into those turns when you're paddling, when you're getting really used to your kayak. You're going to be able to lean the kayak as you're turning them. It's going to allow you to turn it a lot quicker, and it's going to have that resistance. Once you lean over a certain amount, it's going to feel like the water is catching you. You're going to feel that secondary stability once you lean it. And again, you're getting a much better performance of a kayak. Liquidlogic has really jumped into the recreational paddler with this kayak as opposed to their whitewater style. So they're used to making and engineering high performance whitewater kayaks, things that you're going to go down some really crazy water on. Really, they've really hit a home run with this kayak, in my opinion, because again, you're getting stability, you're getting comfort, and you're getting performance in a lightweight throw and go kayak for under that $1,000 price point. So the fact that they're giving you more features, keeping it at the same price, that's a really big deal. So that is going to allow you to enjoy a higher performing kayak, have more comfort features in there, and a kayak that's going to last you a long period of time. This is a rotomolded US made kayak, so it's built to last. It's easily repaired if you really like to abuse the kayak. But really, what do you think about the Kiawah? So I know you've probably seen my video before, but if you haven't, this is definitely something, if you're looking for that lightweight rec kayak, and the things that you're wanting stability, you're wanting the comfortable frame seat, you're wanting a padded deck, you're wanting ample storage in the front and back, or you're just wanting a simple throw and go kayak to go on those long or short paddle trips. This might be the kayak for you. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you have any additional questions, maybe something I didn't go over, let me know down in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video, guys.